Welcome, everybody, to Retro Repair Roundup, episode 31, where everything is made up and the points don't matter. I'm Joe, and there's a whole bunch of other awesome nerds here with me tonight. Tonight, we're just going to talk about Super Duper Martian Tosh as a follow-up or a roundup to all of the awesome that happened last month, which was 2 days ago. Our third Martian Tosh. Quick housekeeping before we get started. Again, remember, everybody, to lasso that like button and spur that subscribe button and do all of those cool YouTube-y things, because it helps YouTube tell other people about our little live stream and all of our other little community, and it makes our community larger. Okay, now that I'm done proselytizing, say hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
That actually happened in unison, and that was amazing. That was awesome. I love it. Again, I'm Joe. We got Javier, Ron, and Trina as our hosts. And then we also have several Macintosh community guests tonight. We've got Dave from Dave's Vintage Apple Tech. We've got fellow Marcintosh founder, Steve of Mac 84. We've got Eric's Edge, of course, who is apparently taking a nap. And then we have Justin D. Morgan, who says, "Eep!" So yeah. Yep. I apologize to everyone in advance. Usually, I do a better planning of these live streams. My planning consisted of sending a link to everybody, and then hey, I'm trying to make myself look better here. All right.
Oh, sorry.
I'll just roll with it.
Try harder.
I was informed that I was going to be the only esteemed guest on this show, so I am just so upset right now that I was bamboozled by all these other geeks. I mean, come on.
I thought you did good, Joe. You sent me an invite last night, so.
Oh, I was a day ahead. Oh my gosh, it's a miracle.
Yeah, you got the invite last night, Justin. I just got it like 5 minutes before the stream
That's not
started,
true.
so.
I dropped that invite link in the Retro Repair Roundup admins forum yesterday. So don't give
You're
me
only the host. You don't need to know about the show.
Okay. I think part of the trouble here is that originally Joe thought that esteemed meant that we had to get all of you guys' water up to the boiling point, and it was just going to take too long. So he was like, we'll shoot it live.
You mean my feet don't have to be in this pot of boiling water right now? Because
we're bringing it up 1 degree every minute for the next million minutes.
Because I mean, it feels good. I'm very relaxed.
Frog meat pot.
So, anyway, let's talk about Marcintosh tonight. So, eschewing the fake plan that we don't have and doesn't exist, who would like to go first to tell me, I don't know, and tell all of our wonderful viewers out there, what the coolest Marcintosh thing they saw this month?
Oh, well, some people
be,
pointed at me. I mean, I'll tell you the coolest thing I saw this month,
Sure.
which was people getting together and making cool content and sharing it with their friends about things that they like. I think that is really the core idea of Marcintosh, and I'm glad that people really just kind of threw themselves into doing things. I saw stuff this year that I've never seen in the past. We always kind of left it open to say, hey, if you guys want to make like blog posts or do like written word type things or art, like hand-drawn art or whatever. I mean, just do those things and put it out there and see who likes it. And I think this is the year that people picked up and ran. So I'm really pleased.
Absolutely.
This was my first year taking part, so.
Yay! Tell everybody what you did. Who isn't following you? Because they're mean and evil people. Go follow Trina's channel. Do it.
Mini. Don't
Do
be
it
mini.
now. I got a Quadra, which you can't see, but you'll just have to take my word. A Centra 650. That was donated to the channel by Garth Beagle. I don't know if Garth's in the chat, but many thanks to him. So, and I played some games, and then I put it in the corner, and it's sitting there doing nothing because I need to get a power supply. Well, I need to get power supply for the monitor because it's special power supply. So
Yeah.
it's a barrel connector only designed for LGs. You just
Yeah.
can't
No,
use
no,
a
no.
So it
What
has
you
nothing
do
to
is
do
you-
with the Macintosh and everything to do with like the monitor. Okay, I was
No,
just
you do what I did. You take the LG monitor, okay? You
Yeah.
rip off the back. You find the positive and negative solder points, and you get one of those Dell power supplies for a laptop that you have like a box of, like right behind you, and you just shove the wire in there, solder it, put a heck of a lot of hot glue and duct tape on it, and now you got a monitor that works.
No, I've never soldered, so no.
It hasn't burned my house down yet, so
Just tape it on there. It'll be fine.
just do it.
I'm going to order
Chewing
one on
gum.
eBay. So
Chewing
Oh,
gum.
get that cold solder machine. You remember that? That horrible, like, where it was just like they soldered something and it looked like somebody had like blown, like the T1000 had like blown a clinker on it. Awful.
Oh, and I did work on a MacBook Pro 1,1. Semi was successful.
Cool.
It's still locked
Nice.
up when I went to go install the OS, but don't know what's going on there.
Awesome. I'm just looking right now through the Martian Tosh hashtag on YouTube, and it's just insane. Tons and tons and tons. I'm scrolling, and it just keeps going and
Yep.
going and going.
Yeah.
And I've even filtered it just for this year. So lots of Rick's Random Retro, Computer Hobby Shop. Of course, all of our friends like K-Mac and Eric are in here, but John Obst, just random people I've never heard of. It's just awesome. CT 1660, whoever that person is. Eric Rangel, who's in our chat a lot, did
Yep.
did a hyper Picard about Star Trek season 3. Just cool stuff. Adafruit.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was what they call a good get.
Yeah. Lots and lots of cool stuff.
Ron with the lingo the kids use.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of Ron had a lot of great content as well this past
I do.
month.
I've got good numbers though to share about
Oh, good.
Martian Tosh as well.
Oh, good.
So the average viewership on that Martian Tosh hashtag was like across the month was over 10,000. Over 10,000 people viewed or watched videos from the playlist. And big thanks to RetroTech Chris for setting that up. He did that for us last year. He did it again for us this year to kind of manage that stuff. The average subscribers that were picked up due to this event, due to people watching this content and then making that conscious decision to subscribe to channels, was over 46,000 subs were picked up by channels that produced content. So
Nice.
this is stuff you can pull out through the analytics on YouTube. So pretty great. I will say that for year 3, we did better than we did in previous years. Kind of the penetration on that hashtag that we used. This year, going back to the original, not having it where it's like a number after that to kind of, because my thought was that was going to like make it hard. It's like you're just going to see numbers for this. You're not going to see numbers for that. But even if you go through and you only look at things for like March of 2023, we ended up with probably about 30% penetration on that. I mean, that's amazing for like, our little community to get that. I mean, like you're going to have your LGRs and stuff. They're going to make like one video and it's going to be like 100% penetration with your base. But people that are already searching for retro computing content and people that are already searching for Macintosh things clicked on stuff tagged Marcintosh more like 33% or 30% of the time, basically.
Nice.
So that's great. Those are great numbers. Everybody that was a cheerleader, people that produced content, people that didn't even make videos but made sure to share things on Twitter that then drove viewership in from the outside. It made a big difference in our community and introduced a lot of people to new content that they hadn't seen previously. And I mean, like the numbers are great. And thank you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Hashtag maths.
The video that I did on the Stratus board modification on my G4 Cube, I picked up just that video alone 20 subs for
Wow.
Macintosh.
Wow.
So
Only
that's the most
Very
subs I
nice.
ever got off of one video in that short amount of time. So I thought that was pretty cool. A lot of people like
That's
that
awesome.
Marchintosh content. Yeah. So yeah.
I trapped people in my basement who have like hundreds of thousands of more subs than I do, so that's cool.
Nice.
Is he still trapped there?
Eric is there with the taser to make sure he doesn't get loose. So
Hey!
So Eric is like your bodyguard down there.
yes. He's paid in capacitors.
Yummy capacitors.
Yummy capacitors.
Wow, that's
No,
crazy.
but I thought there was a good spread of the hashtag. I agree with Ron. Consolidating it into one single hashtag seemed to have helped. We also had a Mastodon handle this year to help, which was nice, and streamlined the website a little bit, just made it a little bit cleaner, put some links on there, and I just saw a lot of content overall this year from new faces that I haven't seen before, which was great. That's the whole point of this thing. And a bunch of new people have been on our streams and hanging around that I've never met before, and it's just nice to have those interactions and just build the community even further, because I think that the vintage Mac community is an excellent one of the best out there, very welcoming, and we want to make sure you're getting the most out of your machine that's going to last for a while. So it's nice to attract big and small bases of folks out there, from people who are just getting into this retro stuff to people who have done it for the past 30-40 years. So.
Absolutely.
Big agree. Much success. Huge wow.
Joe, you just need like a big button that you push, and like those random like things just pop up on your screen. Please do that. No, it has to be randomized. It has to be randomized.
Oh, okay. I can work
We'll
it
fix
right
it
on
later.
Joe, I have just a perfect thing for you.
Uh-oh.
So, okay. All right. You know those greeting cards? All right. That you open it up and they sing or they talk or whatever.
Sure.
Well, you can just buy the guts for those, and you can program those on your... I can't believe I'm going to say this, your PC. Oh, it hurts my ears. Okay. Anyway. You can program them, because I have the program to do that. And so my next live stream, I'll need a couple sound bites from you. I'm going to need your famous modem sound and a couple other sounds too. And then
if only there were like a billion hours of streamed content you could pull that from. If only.
Yeah, if only. Yeah.
Well, Dave, after the stream tonight, get in touch with me, because I want to know where I can buy those sound makers and where I can get the software, so that I can put those on jcm-1.com and people can buy me saying thingamaboob.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I think you need a vest with all these buttons on it. You call it your player vest. And people
so Joe won't be at VCF East, unfortunately. However, a cardboard standout with buttons, with like a bunch of buttons on the front of his plate here, and you just keep going boop, boop, boop. Hi, my name is Joe Thingamaboob, and you just keep pushing the button.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, and just to make a point, Dave, Apples are also PCs, because PC just means personal computer.
No, PC means poopy computer.
Yes.
Oh, well,
It
you're
has
back
to be.
for
Look at my
PC.
frame rate, and I'm on a PC, so
Yeah.
They also mean piece of.
Exactly. It's a poopy.
what a perfect segue back to the concept of Marchintosh. That's awesome. That's
Eat?
So, we've talked about like the concept of Marchintosh and how it is a rousing success. Is there anything anybody would like to see happen next year for Marchintosh? What do we think?
Yeah,
about
my
that?
project.
Your project.
Don't you say that every year, though, Javier?
Every year I have the same project and it never works. So
I like this trend.
Yeah, exactly. I bought an
It's not an
Atari.
840 AV, is it?
Made me famous. I bought an Atari to emulate a Mac inside the Atari. I'd never been able to do that, but I've been able to burn an Atari, get another one, everything but emulation. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd like to actually complete one of my projects all the way through.
No, that's not possible. That's
No.
the
Yeah, I
spirit of
know.
Martian Tosh won't let it happen.
What's
Too many
this?
shinies.
What's this thing called completion? I don't know what this thing is.
Yeah.
See, what you
I'm
need.
glad it's not just
Ignore
me.
the pile behind. Don't.
What you need to do is work less and do more Martian Tosh stuff.
I should retire. That's what
There
you're
you go.
Yeah, well.
So I could like recap 30 SE30 boards like Will.
Well, Eric,
That's
you
like
did-
my retirement plan. Just sit in the basement, inhale all those lead fumes, and just go off to sleep one night. And yeah, very dark.
Yeah.
And speaking of Will, as well as and speaking of Will and Ron and Eric, who've all been doing amazing giveaways during this.
Oh, yeah.
period.
Mhm.
Yeah. Ron
Absolutely.
just did his today. Eric did his on Friday. I was asleep, but I didn't win, so I don't care.
And Ron, good job
And
with
Will-
your penmanship on some of those signatures. They look legit.
I know.
Even
But yeah,
sounds
it
hard
was-
to scroll down. It's amazing.
Listen to printer.
Mine's vegan. That's fine. But yeah, and I think that's another important thing too, is that not only is it about bringing the community together, it's about giving back to the community. And the three of you did a really good job this year at doing that, and showing everybody, hey, welcome in. Here's a way to get started. I like that idea too, of like giving away like the computer.
Mhm.
Or something of that, giving away blue scuzzies or whatever, to say, okay, so you're not started yet, but you want to get started. So here's a chance to not only engage with the community and see what we're doing and look at all the stuff we're doing, but we're giving you that chance to get something to get going. So I think that's.
I tried to give away an image writer. I ended up getting another one. So I don't know how that works.
So it's my understanding somebody's going to be driving by me on the way to VCF East, and
Oh God.
I may be putting a 16-pound object in their car that is vaguely image writer shaped, Steve. So I'm kidding. I'm driving it there personally, is what I meant to say.
Oh, okay. Then you can help me put it. You can help me put it in the garage on the top shelf. And when one of us falls over and breaks our back, at least the other could scream for help.
Well, that's after they stop laughing. They can scream for help.
Yeah, and then my wife is inside just raising the volume on the TV, being like, "Yeah, that's nice."
Yeah.
I told you so, Steve. I told you the image writers were going to be your death.
Oh, it's well established. There's different. It's like a choose your own adventure will, and so it's like if a stack of laser discs falls on me, this happens. If a stack of printers falls on me, this happens. There's a pool running. There's all these complicated things involved.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's the next book for Ron to write.
Yeah.
The stitch
Two
from the
rows
base.
down.
One page.
Hold on. It's a great story about a young boy who wanted to travel the world viewing different types of printers. And one night, a printer fell on him when he was in bed and squished him completely flat. It's called Flat Steven. It's going to be amazing. So what his
Not
parents
Matrix
do,
Steve.
they fold him up, making sure to leave the perf lines on him, and they mailed him all over the world so he could finally live out his dream.
Well, don't stop too early though on the book. There's Aretha at the end of this book because I am dying to read that one.
I hope it's one of those pop-out books, where there's like the thing embedded into the layers of cardboard. And so as you open the page, there's like something here, and you're like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And at the end, there's like a trigger, and voltage goes to the old reef,
exactly.
and it just
When
explodes.
you get to the
in your
last page, there's a squib embedded in there, and it goes pop.
It scares the crap out of your kid. Oh, I love it. Welcome to Martian Times, you crazy people.
I'll never touch another computer again.
Exactly. You want to get into this hobby? Here you go.
That's even better than the ending of the book. There's a monster at the end of this book. I love it.
Totally
Ship a
unrelated.
million. Yeah, totally unrelated.
Totally, completely legally distinct, my book.
Yes, yes.
I was hoping for some of Steve's wife's cookies coming out on springs or something, and
She makes an amazing crunchy frog. See, it's a small frog, dipped, lightly killed, and then dipped in chocolate.
Lightly killed.
And then
It's
her
still twitching.
spring surprise are amazing. It's a small shortbread cookie that when you bite into it, metal springs shoot out through your cheeks.
I mean, it's better than anything I make that has just like Spindler plastic all in it as sprinkles.
But she
Those are
can't
called
make
spindlers.
she can't make the frog she can't make the frog
Sprinkles.
cookies as a vegan. There's a whole
No,
gap.
chocolate frog. It's fine.
Oh, chocolate
Yeah.
frog is fine. Okay.
Have you not seen?
Well, at least you know you'll have your supply of Spindler plastic for your next batch, Steve, from Garth. So it's fine.
Oh, God. There is. I saw Garth's video, and as he's, if you haven't seen it, go to Garth Beagle's channel and check out this video he did about. I think it's a short, or maybe it's just a regular video, but he just takes one of these CD-ROM trays, and he's just like, and you just see like every little, it's like a spider web of like ice creek breaking in slow motion. It's like, and it's just like snapping all over the place, and I remember a few months ago I was in the basement and I had my shoes on, and there's a reason why I don't wear shoes in the basement, because brittle plastic. And so usually I have socks on. So I'm walking in the basement, I have shoes on, and the side of my shoe just taps something, and it just went just like crumbled like a tower. And I'm like, what the hell was that? And it was a stack of CD-ROM drives, and one of them had the plastic plate underneath, and all my shoe did was tap it. It just exploded. I'm like, well, not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
It's like the surprise that everybody gets when they're like, "Oh man, I haven't powered on this 7200 in forever," and they press the button on the front, and it's just that bow, because it's kind of shaped like a bow, and it's when you press it, and it's just like, it's like the loudest sound you've ever heard, because it not only exploded, but it's now shooting at high speed towards the back EV shielding in the case. So it's you're just, if you're not wearing clean underwear before, you'll be wearing clean underwear after.
First-hand knowledge of that one, buddy. Oh man, that's great.
And you were
That's
wearing
funny.
clean underwear after, weren't you?
Well, no pants were
You had to
required.
go changes. That's the thing. I totally understand Steve walking around with shoes on down there, because it was like, how do they get all these raisinets stuck to my socks? Just,
Thankfully, that's the other side of the basement.
All right. 7500's off my list because they're just going to break in evil ways. All
no,
right.
7,500 is just fine, but it cannot be a barn find.
Mhm.
It can't be something that was stored in somebody's unclimate controlled attic, because it's the whole thing on those Fender Plastics seems to be that heat, that hot cold cycle
Yep.
for years, and
Breaks
then
it.
it just makes it really, really brittle. But you'll know looking at it, because they get like a real chalky sort of like weird pitted texture, and that's how you know that all of the unctuous oils and stuff that were part of that dead dinosaur
Oils.
at one time have like turned into vapor.
Yeah.
They're
So
now,
you're
they're
saying like the
God now.
So you're saying the 8 7000 series systems in my garage that are on a shelf, they're just going to like disintegrate one day.
They're not
when I breathe on
okay.
them.
So they haven't aged. They've been freeze dried. So if you chew on it, it's like that space ice cream you get at the Space and Air Museum in DC, right?
Astronaut ice cream, yeah.
Yeah.
This Spindler Plastic has so many vitamins.
Now
you don't have to go.
Now I want ice cream. Thank you,
Yeah.
Joe.
Ooh,
Yes!
somebody should make
Oh,
an ice
God,
cream
yes.
somebody make an ice cream in the shape of like the floppy drive sled from Power Back.
Well,
Or a
It's like
waffle. There you
Rice
go.
cakes.
By the
Stay
way,
away from waffle makers. Steve.
there are 3D food printers out there now, so
Yeah.
you could 3D food print this and then make it look like you're actually eating parts of a computer.
Joe's making eatable Edible.
I'm
Edible.
making blueberry drive sleds.
Nice.
Mm,
Steve
blueberry.
both work, but only does if you're from Kentucky.
Mac ice
Do,
cream.
do we want to go around the horn and maybe like we'll say like one project that we did ourselves that we were happy with, and then one cool thing that we saw or something like that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not that I don't
And
like
it'll
talking
be-
about eating plastic. I like doing
It'll
that.
be everybody but me because I didn't do anything this year other than build blue scuzzies for all of everybody else. So
There you go.
That's something.
Well,
Hey,
that's your project, Joe. You built
I
us
did well.
blue
I kind of
scuzzies.
did that huge haul of machines, so that's a thing. Too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you had that video that kind of launched the thing, but don't forget, they also serve those who only stand and wait. So there were people that had to be behind the scenes making things happen for this event, or it would not have happened. People that didn't make a single video, people that just shared links, people that just cheer-led and got the word out there for other stuff. But I think that your pickup video was very important because it hit kind of right at the beginning of the month and kind of set a good tone for everything else. So don't beat yourself up. That's my job.
Yeah, that's
No,
Get in line, Ron. What are you doing with that EMAC? No.
oh God, no. Oh God, no.
Yeah. Joe's gonna come here with some plastic, and I'm gonna be like, "Hold on, Joe. While you're here, here's 2 EMACs for you."
Javier, what was your cool project?
this one.
Javier, you can't tease us like that. That's like too hot for TV.
Yeah, exactly. This was my project. No, that's not it. That's it. The power computing that couldn't.
Oh
Yeah.
I tried to make it work. It didn't work. I'm still stuck on it. I still got to do a lot of work on it, but yeah,
Explain what do not do.
it turns on, but nothing else. It doesn't give me any video. It doesn't make any noise, any sounds.
You're missing the rest of the computer.
Yeah.
That power button goes nowhere. Sir.
At least it doesn't. I hope it doesn't break.
Have you tried plugging
Don't
in the
touch
front
it.
panel?
Yeah, I did. Actually, I did.
It's a power computing. Apple didn't make it. The plastic's probably fine.
Yeah, plastic's good. And the
Don't
computer,
breathe on it.
It's
Yeah.
nice, but I don't know what it has, and I think it's above my pay grade at this point.
Bring it.
Do
bring
not
to
send
these-
it to me. I have enough projects.
Oh
Damn
man!
I hear Steve doesn't have anything to do on his spare time.
Oh, Steve.
I was gonna say, Javier, if you're going to VCF East anytime in the near future, bring that along, and I have some other clones it could speak to. Maybe they'll encourage it to get working again.
I may do that. Well, you see, it comes out. So yeah, it doesn't break.
Do that another
Keep
20
twisting it.
times.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So yeah, I did that. Oh, I did a graphic for a T-shirt idea for power computing. So I'll show it later. I got it on
neat.
my that guy from power computing that is breaking. What is his name? Biff or something like that. That is hitting it and it says we're bringing back.
Sluggo. It's Sluggo
Sluggo.
from the Nancy cartoons.
I recreated that one. So from Macworld Expo.
Yeah, I actually reached out to the guy who is early in the month, and I was trying to get something together to be like, hey, like let's talk about like you making those ads and stuff like that. How'd you get involved? And he was like, yeah, it was really cool. I remember making those.
No.
Crickets.
Okay,
You can take me out now.
thanks, brother.
Javier, what's a project you saw that was exciting or inspiring this month?
Well, I was looking at a lot of them, but I really like, actually, you can keep it because I really like the one that Ron did yesterday or 2 days ago. It was hilarious. The book, it's amazing. I love it.
There's a Aretha at the end of this book, a classic. I watched it like 3 times, noticed something different each time,
Yeah.
and almost had to get a new pair of pants afterwards.
We should do that in real. I can do it, and that's the publishing or something like that. So, hey, we should.
I have some spare ISBNs that I'm sitting on, so there you go.
That's it.
Like the very hungry caterpillar eating through the Mac.
The very hungry capacitor.
I
Burning
like
through the layers of the SE30.
The exploding battery.
Ron.
Okay, I was just waiting to be called on. Hi, everybody. It's Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. Actually, I think the thing that I loved that I got to do this month, which was a challenge I made for myself at the end of February, which was to produce one short every day. Either produce a short or produce a short and a long subject video or something at least 10-15 minutes long, unscripted, whatever, every day for Martian Tosh. And so I was able to go through and I made a short every day all month long. I was able to make a couple of long, like scripted long form videos. Like I did one about Pink Floyd and about how there was a point where they released like screensavers and stuff like that, and there was just fun Pink Floyd related stuff that came out, for Macintosh, which this is also the 40th anniversary of Dark Side of the Moon, or it's 45th or something, or 50th maybe.
Old person years anniversary. Yeah. Got it.
Many years ago. So yeah, but Dark Side of the Moon came out. That was between doing that video, which launched like the first day of Martian Tosh, and then doing those shorts. I really dug that. I thought that was a lot of fun. And then I'm thinking that, or I had something in my mind that I thought was a lot of fun, and I spazzed out and I forgot what it was all of a sudden. What was it? Gosh, come back to me. I'll probably remember it here. And the second I'm off camera, I'll remember what it was. But I just thought it was really neat that so many people just tried different things, and people that were not Macintosh people were just like, hey, I'm just going to try to throw a video at this event and see what happens.
Absolutely.
And some of those guys had very unique takes on things. And I think that that's part of the fun of this event too, is that there are some subjects, they're so well worn. Folks like us, it's like, oh yeah, another video about like, upgrading VRAM and like something or whatever. And it's like, but to somebody that's never, that they've never done it before, that they're learning. And it's really, thank you, Eric, that it's 50th anniversary of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. That it's just really neat to see it from a fresh perspective, to see their point of view on it. I think that's my favorite. It's just seeing people new to the hobby experiment and do fun things, like put them get out of their comfort zone and try something.
Yeah.
That's it.
Steve,
what do you like?
Hi. All right, so I'll talk about one of the things that I saw, and that was like one of the best things I've seen, because it was so absurd. And I'll bring the screen up here so I could share it. So this was from where's the thingamajig? There it is. This was from Big Bad Biologist, Big Bad Bench.
Oh yeah, that. Yes.
He's amazing. Yeah.
I loved the insanity of this, because this is totally what I would do. I would totally just like, yeah, well, we could just do it with a billion wires. Who the hell cares? I just thought it was freaking amazing, and I can't believe that the darn thing worked. I mean, I was so excited to watch this, and so that's like one of the funniest things, and it just screamed like, hey, that's something your idiot self would do, Steve, but somebody else beat you to it. They're like, yay, I didn't have to do the work, but I enjoyed it. So, but their channel is great. Really appreciate their live streams. Most Saturdays they do them, and I just thought this video was hilarious. Yeah. Just wiring that thing up. So that was great. And I released more videos than I thought I did this month, because some of them were longer in the pipeline that they just happened to release in March. So I did the one about the prototype Mac that was up for auction, that was sort of in the middle of March, and I meant to do that like weeks ago and before that, and it never happened. And then I did a video that I actually shot in July that I, for whatever reason, just never got to editing, and that was those three Mac 512Ks that I just was going through and turned them on and see what happened. Got some lovely comments on that video, which was hilarious. And then I had that fancy YouTuber guy Luke over in February, but the video I did about his PowerBook only came out a few days ago, just at the cusp of the end of March. So that was me. So I'm so slammed that I'm just actually like taking this month off. I'm not doing anything. I'm just recouping because there's VCF East coming out. We're gonna get some weird guy from the Midwest and some weird guy from Pennsylvania staying over. So, I mean, who knows what's going on? But it's gonna be a blast. So I'm preparing myself.
Cool.
And the basement because there needs to be more room.
So you're going to be sequestering them in the basement then?
Yes, well, I mean,
Basically.
I figure if I put about 6 image writers on Ron's back, he won't be able to get up. Maybe
It's gonna be
a Mac 2 SI there too. I don't know. What do you think, Ron?
It's gonna be a real Giles Corey moment. I'll just be like, more weight. Crucible
Get the laser writer. Yeah, yeah.
So I am kind of interested though. What do you mean you got some interesting comments on those 3 angry Macs?
Oh, there was somebody who obviously didn't listen to half of the video that I did, and they just made a comment. I'll put it on the screen because I thought it was absolutely hilarious, because I made a tweet about it, and it was one of those things where I'm like,
okay.
yeah, tell me you don't watch my channel without telling me you don't watch my channel. And I don't know if I could find the comment here, but it was basically like, you should find somebody who knows how to work with these things and fix them. I'm like, what?
See, I don't know if you saw my reply to your tweet on that, but I said you should thank them for the view hours.
Yeah, they probably watched like 30 seconds of it. It doesn't know anything. Click, and I mean they spent time writing a little novelette there, but I wasn't even upset. I thought it was absolutely hilarious because it was, obviously the video was like, hey, look, I'm looking at these things. They haven't been turned on 35 years. Let's see what blows up. And 2 of them almost did. So yay.
I call them keyboard commandos, Steve, because they jump into your comments. They spend more time typing up some angry response than watching your video and leave it.
I usually get pretty, there's the helpful / hey, I had this machine too type comments that you usually get, and then there's the comments that are completely unrelated to whatever the video is, like somebody just going on about like war stories of like an actual like war or something, and I'm like, what video? Like, because I usually look at most comments on the YouTube Studio app on my phone, okay, and it displays them out of context with the video. So you get these comments, and I always like to play this mental game with myself of what the hell is this comment and what video is it related to. And there was one live stream like probably 2 or 3 years ago, and this guy just commented, and it's like paragraphs upon paragraphs. Like if you typed into Chat GPT of like World War II story or whatever, it's like, and it's just like, it's not graphic, but it was just like completely unrelated. And I'm like, is this like a new spam tactic or what is this? And it was just like on some random live stream video I did. I'm like, okay, we're deleting that. That's fine. It's very strange times, but you do you, internet.
There you go. Like that kind of comment.
Yeah, see, that was funny because on Luke Miani did that video about his portable that I fixed up, and all of the comments in that is just some spammer like, you won such and such, like check my profile pic, and it's like every single comment had that reply to it. And so I actually replied to a few of those comments like, no, check my profile.
Love it.
I mean, I got a few subscribers. So
one on my channel. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anywho, googly eyes. You can stop making me big now. I'm getting self-conscious. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm not awake. Oh, hi.
Yeah, Trina's a little bit. She's a little bit on the tired side. She's on the back end of 10 hours of content.
8 hour stream. Yeah. Let me see.
At least not on the front end.
Oh. Hi, I'm Trina of Trina's Techno Babble. I'm going to start it like Ron does. So I'm one of these new people to some of the classic Macs. And thanks to Garth Beagle, as I mentioned earlier, he sent me a Centra 650. I've had it up boot it once. I am going to be getting a power supply for the monitor so I can actually play with it more. And yeah, it was like, and also thanks to Joe, who built that Blue Scuzzy 2 that's in there. So yay. So enjoying that. And been enjoying telling people at work when they get their new laptops. I'm like, yeah, so I got like a 1993 computer for Mac. I just tell everybody randomly now at work.
And they're like 2003, and you're like, no.
No, 1993. And then the best content I saw. I don't know. I really haven't watched much, but I would say the interview with the Oscar the Grouch that Ron did. Not with the Grouch himself, but
that was great.
That interview with the creator of that was really informative. Yeah. So
cool.
That's the best content I saw. I'm sorry I didn't really watch much, but I know.
Well, you have a whole playlist you can go back to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the playlist and but yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed that he didn't ask him if he really likes trash.
No,
Ron,
that was the first question.
Yeah, the interview was really good.
Yeah,
Ron, you should totally recut part of that interview, and because it's a split screen, you could just totally fake you on the other side, just going, "So do you love trash?" and just like cut out all the bits of him looking slightly like confused or annoyed. Just paste that together for like an hour. That'd be great.
Oh, and by the way,
Scott.
just to comment, to comment back to Ryan of Everything is Broken Garage. My cat's literally been doing that or on my lap the entire time I did my 8-hour stream. Yeah, of course she doesn't look any worse for wear. She's fun.
We can all learn a lot from this cat.
Right? That's Opie for everybody who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Nice kitty cat.
Yeah.
Cool. Dave, what about you, buddy?
Oh, well, I really got really absorbed into Martian Tosh. I dedicated 4 streams, all Martian Tosh, hashtag live streams. That's about close to 40 hours just alone in that. Wow. All those. And out of one of those streams, we had a very, very unique guest, Joe Kim from Sweden. Will from KMAC was on the stream, and he asked if he could join in. So we got his take on Martian Tosh way over there in Sweden, how they get them as far as Macs to collectability. Very, very interesting story. So what I did is I just condensed his interview, basically, and just put that as a separate video. So if you guys want to watch that, that's also a part of Martian Tosh. And it's very interesting. Also, some of the new projects that him and Will are actually coming out with the 68K Max. Very, very, very cool stuff coming out that they've been doing. And so that's that. And I like for me on streams, I've been working on my very special Mac Plus that everybody knows well. And so I actually put Ron's new TTL board in there, and it didn't blow up. It was great. It's fabulous.
I never asked. I didn't see in the picture, but does it have a chip in it?
It does. Yeah.
Oh, really? Did I send you a chip, or did you have a chip?
No, you sent it. You sent all the parts I put together. I
Oh,
soldered it all up. And then thank you. You sent me the version 2 battery holders, so I got to put those all together now too. So good.
Yeah, I think you were.
That's how Dave got all this technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Right there. There you go. 1993. There you go. Yeah.
So I've seen some stuff.
I'm gonna tell war stories on Mac 84's YouTube comments. That's what I'm gonna.
You think the computer with that?
So anyway, yeah. So, but I put I added a cooling fan in the Plus, but the last stream I put another cooling fan in it, so it helps keep the analog side of that machine nice and cool. So yeah, so I got a lot of things done, and I really enjoyed this year from Martian Times. Like I said, I really put a lot of effort into it this year. I did, and then, like I said, I had a video on the G4 Cube on a Stratus board that I had to modify to run the processor in that because it's not externally powered. So you have to put a mod on the 12 volt side of that. So, and it works just fine.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I'll need to get some links from you, Dave, for those fans because that cursed Mac 512K with the dual floppy drives. That thing heats up like a hot iron, you know. So.
Oh yeah,
Like a waffle iron.
Yeah. Like a waffle.
Any particular type of waffle iron? There you go.
Oh yeah, Belgian waffle iron, double waffles.
And by the way, Dave, thanks for making me feel old tonight.
How's that?
Well, I didn't realize that Jurassic Park came out in 1993. I just Googled it after your hat said 1993. I'm like, no. This was like, 1999 or something. Nope.
No, that's the second one.
It's vintage.
Yeah.
It's a vintage hat.
Yeah.
Vintage hat.
Actually, I've only ever wore this thing 3 times. It's always been in my hat bag. I got a big bag full of hats.
1993,
Yeah.
2003, and then took a break. 2023.
Wow.
See you in another decade, Dave.
Yeah.
In another decade, he's going to be the old man who gets assaulted by one of us for his old Macs.
He'll be like, "Hey, I used to do this for a living. I'll beat you right back."
I don't know. That sounds wrong. Just
Trina, the only way it sounded wrong was you interrupting and saying it sounded wrong. Now that's only the way anybody can think about it. He has tripods behind him. Those are weapons. It's fine. He's
yeah.
Your time.
Coming, Dave. Love it.
Wow.
Yeah, those aren't mice hanging up there. Those
yeah,
are giraffes.
Your time is coming, Dave. Okay, yeah.
such friendly messages.
I know.
Hi, Eric.
I'm awake.
Get out of my basement.
No. I'm still trying to figure out how to get out.
Well, that's a trick.
Anyway.
Say hi to Luke for me over there.
Yeah.
You have to find the one working Quadra 840 AV and start it up, and then the door unlocks.
Oh,
Good luck.
man, doomed. No, I had a couple of things that I did that were unique to me. I did not destroy a G4 Cube with the help of, I got some memory from Garth and a video board, a video card that actually works, and a fan upgrade from Dave. And I managed to resurrect it without killing it. So that's a win for me. It's unique. Anyway, so there's that. And then the other thing that I did that was new and was kind of pushing the envelope for me, I did from scratch HyperCard development in a live stream without having something prepared or researched or anything. And that was the Selectomatic, where I shamelessly copied the idea from Dan from the Orkney Islands. He did a hat-o-matic, and of course mine's totally different, right? So, but I programmed that in a live stream, and that's something I've been building up, being comfortable doing, is just, hey, let's program something without having prepared content. And one of the things that I'm going to point out, something that obviously is dear and near to my heart. 1-Bit Fever Dreams premiered his first video in his series on C programming development in Macintosh. And he's done a great job of setting up, virtual environments, so you can just download it and set it up. Eric Helgeson did a similar thing in Tinker Different. But he's got a great introductory presentation on, well, here's the basics of getting started. Don't worry about these things yet. This is just what you got to do for now. So anytime someone is doing programming for the 68K environments and all that, that's a win for me. So
Cool.
And that selectometer turned out really good because you even added sounds to it and stuff.
Yeah, it was, the live stream was a very basic, it works. And then I went back, of course, because I can't leave anything alone, and added sound effects and stuff like that.
A work of art is never done. It's only refined.
Right?
Yeah.
No, it's abandoned.
So eventually it'll end up on archive.org and people can use it for their things they
Giveaways.
want to.
Eric, I was wondering where all the dust bunny, dust and hair came from coming out of the back of that Power Mac to your left arm, and then I realized it's your face and that's your beard, but it looked like all this dust. And I'm like, I don't remember that being there when I took the photo.
Hurry, turn it off! It's on fire!
Yeah, exactly. Did you go flip the breaker behind you, Eric?
Oh no, it's not your actual face. It's the face by your arm.
Yeah, double face.
Yeah, your double face.
The
Yeah,
right there.
There
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I was like, what's this?
what are these dust bunnies?
Yeah.
It just
Anyway,
means you need to clean up more, Steve. That's all.
No, thank you. That's fine.
No, thank you. You need to clean up. No.
Yeah.
I like how Canadian he was. No, thank you. Very polite.
Mhm.
I'm polite because we're live. That's all right.
Okay.
Almost looks real.
All right. Justin, how about you, buddy?
All right. I was looking at my dashboard in YouTube, and there is a video that stands out from this month. Unfortunately, it's not any of my LC live streams. It's not my Performance 600 live stream, partly because that one was like March 30th, and I then had to make it private as soon as the live stream ended because I doxed myself in the video. So if anyone's wondering why that video went private as soon as the live stream ended, it's because I accidentally showed a shipping label that had my address on it, and I had to edit.
Wait, you're Justin. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the video, it is currently my #1 video in terms of views on YouTube. The Performa 600 video that I shot at Chris's house, where I opened up the Performa 600 and found the Daystar Turbo 040 in it, I currently have 1,125 views, and that is my #1 video in terms of views by a long shot.
Yay.
Well,
And
the
it
problem
happened
is you
this
have to
Martian
split those
Times.
views with Chris.
I know, I got to split those views with Chris,
They
but
got
guess
half
what?
of them in the
That
divorce.
would still be my #1 video, even if I had to give him half the views.
Still.
And I was looking over the playlist because I was going to give a shout out to 1-Bit Fever Dreams, but Eric did. So I have to second your the Think See series. Great. But I was looking over the playlist, and 8-Bit Retro Journal has done some excellent Marcintosh videos, some of which have been emulating the Mac on other platforms. I believe this time around, they did an Amiga emulation on 68K Mac video.
Oh, wow.
So I have to watch.
I'm
I
just
realized-
glad that he's doing content other than the Sinclair QL like he's been for the past 6 months.
Well, yeah, he might be back to that like
That's a joke.
next month. Oh, wait a minute, it is next month. But
Well,
yeah,
this is Apple Rill.
Apple Rill.
Yeah,
Apple
it's
2.
Someone who can talk worse than me, please save me from trying to pronounce April 2.
Very
Yes.
cool.
But yeah,
Awesome.
oh yeah,
And
and
anybody that's interested in, JDW's address or JDM's address, it's 123 Fake Street, Springfield, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes,
USA.
and USA.
I had
Actually-
something neat to share after you're done, Justin. Sorry.
Yeah, all you got to do to send me a package is you write Justin D. Morgan and you put it in the mail, and I'm sure the USPS will
They know
get
it.
it to me. Never.
I got a question for you.
They're that
Did
bad.
Did that doxing include your middle name spelled out?
No, fortunately not.
Oh, man.
His middle name is D. It's D-E-E.
D-E-E, yeah.
Justin
Oh
D.
man,
That's the D for you.
Trust
Homer
me.
Chase, J-A-Y.
So
That's
yeah,
great.
I'm thankful that RetroTech Chris put something in the chat during that live stream to let me know, hey Justin, you might want to like cover that box. And I look on the table, I'm like, oh, whoa.
I choose the danger.
I choose danger, yes. Edited version's up. I even took the 20-minute intermission out while I was trying to find some part in the house. So I save you. I took a 4-hour live stream, and I think it's like 3 hours and 40 minutes for your rewatching pleasure, or something like that. And I blurred out my address. So yeah, there's that.
So what's this thing you're wanting to share here, Steve?
So, James, aka Hyper Talking on Instagram and Twitter and such, had an excellent little machine that was just sitting around in his collection, and he booted it up, and it turns out it was a freaking web server that hosted a bunch of different websites, including this Apple Expo 95 website that was just sitting there.
Nice.
So he booted it up, he turned on this web star thing, and it started hosting the site, and he was accessing it locally and everything. And he found all sorts of goodies on there. He has like these little animation images and all this stuff, and then like promotional pictures and things. So it's so cool. So he did image the hard drive, but I spent like an hour or so on FaceTime with him troubleshooting the stupid thing because we didn't want to upgrade any of the software. We wanted to image it as is for fear of it would break the web host.
Yeah.
And so we ran into a bit of a problem because he had a Blue SCSI, but it wasn't assembled yet, and he didn't have time to assemble it. So I'm like, oh, we'll just open transport it. And so he goes to look at open transport, and it's not seeing anything on his computer. And I'm like, you know what? You just need open transport 1.3. So he opens up 1.3. It's like, no, you can only do this with 1.1 or later. And so it's like we were pulling our collective what remains of our hair out, just trying to find like all the installers in the right order. And what he ended up doing was just making room on like another vintage Mac, like a Quadra 700, and just ended up copying the contents over to the Quadra 700. So we would have to update Local Talk or the Open Transport rather. But he did find the Blue SCSI. I think he ordered another one. So he ordered the Blue SCSI too, because the one he had was empty. It was an empty, not set up. But yeah, very very interesting stuff that he found on the website. There was this like obviously he's in the UK, so it's very UK content on this web server, which was I guess doing multiple things for multiple sites. So I'm eager to see what he does with the image of that. I think he's gonna send it my way so I could take a look.
Nice.
But there's like software demos and a bunch of downloads, tons of software updates. Like this server was used as a server locally for, I guess, individuals updating their Macs. So there's like tons of demo software, shareware, and stuff like that. So thankfully, everything is imaged. So there's no worry about the hard drive dying. And I'm just eager to see what secrets it has in there. So I know James is busy. He just welcomed a new bundle of joy into his life. So he's going to be very busy.
This is the James that you've had on that.
Yeah,
Talk with
yeah,
Steve or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, his name is Hyper Talking on Instagram and such. So that's what he's been up to. So he did participate in Martian Times just remotely.
Cool. Awesome sauce. I wanted to give a shout out real quick to Mac Effects and Mark Josetis, who gave away an accelerator card this year as part of Martian Tosh. So that was really cool.
Mark is awesome.
Put a thing out there on all the Facebook posts and said, hey, if we can get 100 likes or shares or whatever it was of that, don't remember exactly, we'll be picking one of these to give away. So he gave away one of these wonderful doodads here that that we did a little extra work on reverse engineering or modifying, really, so it takes the socketed FPU chips so that those could be reproduced. So that was really cool. So there's several folks out there now that are going to be able to have these to make their LC2 just 5% less a ball of diarrhea. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm working on a
Ron,
video
stop
on that.
purring.
Yeah, that accelerator was one of my failed video attempts because at the end of the month I realized I did something wrong when I ran the benchmarks. I got to run them again. Mac bench. Oh, that's an awful benchmark to screw up on because it takes forever to run on an LC.
Yes, great name.
Are we going to be seeing 50 Shades of Beige at Kansas Fest this year? Are you going to make the huge trip all the way over from Australia, sir? Let us know.
If he's making the huge trip all the way here, he might as well just like stop by for a while and we'll just give him printers to take home. Rare Apple printers, only from the US. That'll discourage him.
I had something that I wanted
Possibly.
to say before we get past this segment, and thank some people. But this month, a lot of people reached out to me about doing VO work or doing like a skit or something like that for their Marchintosh content. And so I wanted to thank Steve for sure. And I also want to thank 65 Scribe, which if you guys are not, if you don't subscribe to 65 Scribe, you need to, because he makes really, really great videos about old Macintosh stuff. They're all produced in like 4:3 video, standard definition. And sometimes it is just a like a breakdown of some machine in the Mac series and kind of what his history is, or sometimes it's like talking about software. And so his video for Marchintosh, it's always an event when a 65 Scribe video comes out. But he did one about Marathon, and he contacted me back in like December of last year about doing some just a little throwaway joke in his video. But it was really cool, all of the collaboration stuff that I saw this month too.
Mhm.
So if you don't know about 65 Scribe, go get subscribed because his channel's really cool.
He drops a couple videos a year, and
Yeah.
they're always like they're gold. They're pure.
That's what I
like
want to
being
do.
a kid.
24 karat gold.
It's like being a kid and waiting. It's like the one night a year that like The Wizard of Oz was on TV. You just had to like bust ass to get home from whatever you were doing so you could watch it.
Mhm.
This is in the pre-VHS days. Sorry.
Am I
Pre-streaming.
hearing purring or am
Yeah.
I going crazy?
Yeah, it's Dave. Dave has a cat
Okay.
laying on top of his microphone.
We hope so. Otherwise, you might want to see a doctor.
I mean,
Otherwise, we don't want to know. Mm.
It's just-
Pointing
all
is
we
not
hear is
helping. Dave.
vibrating, and he's pointing downward.
Yeah,
So we just
pointing
have
is
to-
not.
we have
helping.
to assume wherever our minds take us.
Well,
Everybody's
Dave's a
minds
very happy guy. He's a very happy
Yeah,
guy.
I can see that he's smiling ear to ear and purring. So
Now his
Well,
face is turning
here,
red.
The cat's here.
well, Dave could be a cat in a trench coat today, although it's not.
Oh
Three
gosh,
cats in a trench coat.
that's why he's wearing the hat. There's a kitten under his hat.
Yeah. Oh,
So
nope.
Dave's arrhythmia.
it's
Wait till we're taking a nap.
Oh god, that's good.
oh,
Big one.
Love you, Garth.
So now that Marchintosh is over, what's everybody's plans for the rest of the year? I heard that we had an impromptu suggestion that this month, now that it's April, we're going to do April 2. What's everybody's thoughts on that, or what are their other plans for the rest of the year?
I mean, I'm just doing Windows ME the whole month. That's
Oh
all
God,
I'm
no.
Oh.
Unsubscribe.
I mean, it's going to take you all month to get it working, so I guess that's okay.
You turn it on. Yeah.
That's exactly my plan to just filibuster myself so I don't release anything.
Well, I have an Apple II card on my desk. I'll probably have to try it out this month.
Ooh.
Oh,
what is
nice.
that?
Must
That-
be nice.
That is the CMS enhancement SCSI card that was supposed to be in the box of cards that I was testing on my live stream. It didn't dawn on me during the live stream that this card, even though it was on auction picture number 1, was missing from the box. So I reached out to the seller. I'm like, was the SCSI card supposed to be included? It was in the pictures. He's like, yeah, I just found it. I'll mail it to you first class. So it came in the other
Nice.
day.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I don't know what version ROM it has on it. So that's going to be problem number 1 to figure out, because the only place I've found the 1990 version of the ROM, which is probably the one I want, is from, okay, I'm blocking on the name of the Reactive Micro. Yes,
Oh, wait.
thank you.
There's
Yeah,
your
the
can
300 baud modem in my brain was catching up because someone picked up the other one of the other handsets.
there's
Can
your
we ban
soundbite,
Chris-
Dave.
Can we ban Chris Logan?
Ban? Why?
No.
Because his
Vista
idea for
April.
Vista April,
Oh,
that's an instant
God,
ban
no.
right there.
No!
poor Chris.
I will have to
Would
say,
you like
I built
Windows
a,
Millennium, but slower?
no, I actually built a PC in 2008, and I got a free copy of Vista Business because obviously I was a business, and they gave it to me for free. And it was the only OS that supported the dual ATI cards I had in that system, and it ran fine for like the 3 months before Windows 7 came out. So there you go.
You know, if you're wanting a whole month for that, it's there's already the perfect month already exists. Novista, because it works phonetically, and it's
on a
what you should
multitude of
do
levels,
with
yeah.
Vista. Yeah.
Novista November. That's great.
I
No
vote
Vista.
for it.
I love it.
Smarch.
Smart.
Smart.
But Steve, you've got Windows MA. You're all set. You're all set. That's next month, man. Get that
Why
going.
is Steve putting a rope around his neck? Oh Lord, let's not watch this stream. Steve, not the extra long local talk cable. No.
Navuvember. Yes. Navuvember. Navember. Yes. Navuvember.
Well,
Remember?
Unfortunately, he's not here, but I will be getting an Apple IIe from Frodo Jedi this month. So yeah, I will be partaking in April 2. I don't know how we're saying it.
April 2.
April
Just with
2, okay.
2 P's because it's Apple. So
Yeah, but it's still.
if it's just April 2, then it
2.
doesn't. You don't get the joke, right?
Okay.
And it makes.
I don't know. We're making this up as we go.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm burned out for March. You guys have fun in April. I'm gonna go to sleep for a month.
The concept of April 2 is all of like, what, 3 hours old at this point?
Yeah, right. Right. So it is what it is.
Well, obviously Dave's cat agrees. So
Or his
thumbs up.
or his arrhythmia agrees. We're not sure what it is yet because we
Dave's
can't.
too
see.
excited about Apple IIs. His heart's just like.
Like, is your phone on silent? You're getting like emergency texts. Is that what that is?
Dave, the house is on fire. Get out! Get out!
I think Dave's phone had Taco Bell tonight. It's a low rumble. It just never stops.
I think Dave's cat is finally glad to have a warm place to sit again after being deprived for a day.
Yes.
What?
Anyway.
Well, they should have found. Oh no, those would be cold bodies. Never mind. Continue on.
Spinny chair.
Joe, save us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my plans coming up are to hopefully get caught up. I've actually turned down some projects from people because I am way behind on projects. I've got this pile right here of stuff from Jeremy's Vintage Apple, or not Jeremy's Vintage Apple, Jeremy's Hillbilly Shack, Vintage Hillbilly Shack. I can't brain. It's too late in the day. It's a really
That's
cool
another shirt for you.
Yeah, there you go. I can't brain today. I have the dump. This it's really cool. It's a 286. It's a Zenith Z248 286 machine that was very, very popular only in military applications. And he sent it to me, and it's just broken. And I'm gonna give it one more good try. But I honestly think, and Jeremy was correct in his original assessment on it. I think it's got a bad CPU card because it's weird. It's the motherboard is just a backplane. It's just the ISA that connects the cards together, and so the CPU is on a card. The whole computer is just that card. And so I tried that and just a video adapter, nothing else, and I get nothing at all. It's just curded. So I'm going to give it another try. Maybe hit it with the logic probe and see if I can find a bad chip or something and get lucky with the thing. Get lucky. Not that way. Not that way.
I mean, Joe, it's your channel. You can do whatever you like.
Stop talking about it. Stop it.
Stop giving Trina ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
I'm too tired for ideas right now. Like, I'm sorry. I'm zoning out reading the chat. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
But
Trina's cat moved. It's somewhere in the building.
Yeah.
Oh no!
One bit has a great comment in there.
Yeah. May should be for bringing out your ENIAC and tinker with friends. Maniac. Yes.
Maniac.
And she's
if you can bring out your ENIAC, if you can actually get it out of the building it's in,
yeah.
Yeah, if you've got your ENIAC and storage in your attic, you might want to call an engineer to have him inspect the truss system in your house.
Yeah.
It's probably easier to move the building.
Remove the roof, get a sky crane.
You know what's scary? One of the houses we rented ages ago,
there we go.
according to one of the neighbors, they actually broke the foundation around the house to lift the entire house up in order to get the old oil tank out of the basement. And all I got from that was like, oh, you could get some really big TVs in this basement.
Oil tank in the basement?
Yeah,
that's how it was.
That was
oil.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuel oil. Yeah.
My mind just went to, hey, I could hoard more computers in the house by lifting it off.
Guys, it's okay. Javier didn't see snow until he was like, he had hair on his balls, so it's fine. It's okay. It's probably
tropical Javier. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, when the house that I grew up in, the oil tank was in the basement for years until Dad put it outside.
Yeah, same in Michigan.
Same in Indiana.
It was a 5-gallon tank. He just picked it up. He just walked it out, put it in the yard. We never spoke of it again.
Who else has got cool plans coming up for next month? This month? Whatever.
Oh
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm preparing thanks to Mac Effects. He's helping me to do a Kickstarter for this front. So hopefully I'll have it done. I want it to be today, but it's being a little bit of a challenge. But hopefully in a few days it's going to be up and running. We're going to do a short run of these guys, and hopefully people will be able to buy them.
Well, what you need to do is get your daughter to help you, because at your age, everything's difficult. I understand that.
You laugh, but I think you are right.
Boy, I feel ancient.
Well,
Wow.
I hope to fix my Performance 600 this month.
Yay.
And look at Apple II stuff. And I have a project in the works that I don't think I can say anything about yet.
Okay. Secret.
But I checked the status of my order, and it's still in production. So that's all I'm going to say there.
So he's having something made at JLC PCB from Gerber's and a bomb. I wonder what that could be.
It's a board that when you plug it into a computer, just goes eep for like every 5 seconds until you unplug it.
It goes.
Joe, if I comment, then you'll. Yeah, I can't comment. Sorry, Joe.
Okay.
I can't comment.
No, it is a board that goes eep, but it's connected to a very specific set of IRQ circumstances. So the eep is utterly random and completely unpredictable.
I like
and
this
it
idea.
freaks you out all the time.
All right, I can't hold the secret anymore, Joe. I'm giving one to a certain person that's going to be swinging by a certain place after VCF East, and he's
That's
been
me.
instructed to sneak it inside of a random computer. And yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of sneaking.
So
and it's going to randomly eep at random times of the day.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Gotcha.
and
annoy a Tron.
everything is broken. Garage knows exactly what it is. Modern Trident ISA video cards.
About that, Ryan. That's another video I have on the list for this month.
Rebuilding modern Trident
No,
ISA video cards.
Trident video card.
Okay.
It was guys. I went to Retro Tech Chris's. We went thrifting. We actually filmed video for 2 videos on my channel. I've only published one of them. There will be a second one coming this month. I didn't want to do it last month because it was Marchintosh. I already had enough on my plate for Marchintosh. So stay tuned. I want to get that one out this month while the collaboration's hot or something like that.
Sounds good.
And yes, it does involve Trident video cards in some way, shape, or form.
My favorite Trident is the Cool Ranch flavor.
Save us, Trina.
Oh wait,
Save us.
no, that's Doritos. Sorry, hold on.
Cool Ranch Trident gum would actually be more satisfying than some of the
It really
video
would
pictures
be.
I've seen from Trident video cards that I've bought. Yeah.
I'm gonna write the Trident and go. Please come up with Cool Ranch chewing gum. I want to try this.
Big
Disclaimer.
pink gum, the only gum with the flavor of ham. This gum is
Mostly
all
bone.
bones.
War were declared.
War were declared.
So I did start working on a new thing for this month, and probably next month. It might even take me 3 months, and that's the Annoyed Trout game.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Yes, they are trout. Annoyed trout.
I like this idea.
Totally nothing to
Right.
do with any other kind of animal game that you might know of.
If you could hear me over the typing, I volunteer the grumpy frog from Frog Find to be integrated somehow.
Oh, awesome. Definitely.
Is this the game you were working on today?
Yeah, I typed in a lot of code. I have no idea if any of it's going to work, but I can fix
Oh,
it.
you're one of those programmers who programs the entire thing, then tests it. Got it.
No, actually,
So you're a sadist, a masochist, or both.
yeah,
Understood.
yes. No, actually, I found a JavaScript physics engine for gaming that's simple, and I'm trying to get it to work in HyperTalk, which means it's probably going to run slower than snot, and I'll have to rip a bunch of it out.
Mhm.
So,
Ugh.
but
Eric,
I'd
did
be
your
looking at
donation
physics
meter
engines
jump,
for,
or was
like,
I?
old 8-bit computers? Because those are probably going to be way more optimized.
oh wow,
Calculated tables. And
yeah,
stuff.
it did.
I was about to say, was it just because you changed views, or what?
No, I just noticed it's. Thank you, whoever did that.
Oh,
I'm either going to, if they're still around when I make the goal, buy a Naboo and start learning how to program a game in that. I have a couple of ideas for that, and then and if there's none left, I'll just use it for VCF Midwest.
Oh, you missed the epic game that Retro Trek Curse is playing with the pool before the end of my stream today.
Oh, that was
That was
that
special.
that was a thing that occurred. Yes,
I
that
missed
happened.
it.
You had to order the game in order to get all 18 balls.
I don't think I want to know more about this.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Trina, what are you up to?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
tell us.
I'm ordering the game so I can get all 18 balls.
yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, okay. Ron, you've got
Just
something
walked
for
into
you.
that one.
Ron, save us.
Oh, what are we working on? I'm working on a bunch of different stuff for April. I've got a Retrobrite videos series that I need to do. That'll be the retrobriting of the computer that Will gave away. K-Mac earlier in the month gave away a Macintosh SE that was based around an SE30 Reloaded board that he had built up. And yeah, I got to get that retrobrighted, get that out the door. So at some point this month, there'll be another speed run video showing kind of the retrobrighting process and stuff on that. So that's probably my big thing. I'm going to have to take a little bit of time off, just like Steve is, just because VCF East is going to be here in just like 2 weeks. And I've got stuff that I've got to finish up before then. And then it was a mad dash all month for Martian Tosh. So I just need a little time to relax. Maybe do another episode head to head, which is my new video series where, me and a guest, we play like 3 Mac games and try to see who gets the high score and whatever. And then best of 3 is the winner of that evening. So just a friendly little game show sort of thing for classic Mac stuff.
And I propose that when you stop by, Ron, we should do an actual one with some old vintage machines that just may be happening to sit around in the basement.
Yeah, that's pretty great. We should.
Wait, you have old machines in your basement?
I mean, it's Eric's basement now, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Steve, nothing just happens to lay around in your basement. Every single one of those has a story of how it got there.
The back pain associated with it.
And we know. Oh, look at this Mac. How did that get here? You know how it got there.
Steve. Remember.
You know.
Yeah, it's like looking at like the eMac. Like, okay, that was my left shoulder that went out. Oh yes, okay, that one came from Pennsylvania. I was strong armed into paying $40 over the price I wanted to pay for it, but it needed a home, and the screen, was sort of demagnetized in a way because some kid probably put a magnet on it. But the guy was going to throw it away, and I felt sad, and it had the swivel stand. So there you go.
We have a request from 50 Shades of Beige to turn up the volume on the cat purring, please. It's making the most sense out of all of us.
Oh, that's a ringing endorsement if I ever heard one.
Oh man.
See, 50 Shades of Beige, this is what 9.5 hours of streaming will do to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll save us from whatever Trina was about to say.
That was it.
Good.
That was it.
I may not be as sleep deprived as Trina is right now, but I too am gonna take a little bit of a break, like Ron was saying, because VCF is coming up, and there's stuff that needs to be moved so Ron could step foot in the basement. So there you go.
And also sleep in the basement, apparently.
Well, I mean, there's only like a half dozen Mac Classics on the bed, so it's okay. He can move those.
The Mac Classics are the bed. It's just it's a layer of Mac Classics. And it has
you weren't supposed to tell him yet.
It had an inflatable mattress on it.
Ron lays down and it's just every CRT's degassing, like everything.
It's
Steve,
like
I didn't want to complain, but I think I necked the headboard on your bed.
Good night, Ron.
Oh Lord.
Well, Steve, it's not too late to switch classics for 2 SIs.
No, thanks. There's too many classics to move at this point. They're just part of the furniture now.
Yes, absolutely. There's too much of everything, Steve. There's just.
And remember, guys, after VCF, what's coming?
Kansas Fest.
Beer shirt.
If you have not gone
yes.
to kansasfest.org and done the thing where you buy money stuff, brain.
I was going to
register.
Sign up
Register. That's the word. If you haven't gone to
to
kansasfest.org
reset
and
my
register,
password.
go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had problems with that, so I just created a new account with a different email address.
That'll do it.
I still have not gotten my password reset. So, Javier, can you tell Peter or whoever on the board is doing the thing to fix the
I'll
website?
let him know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Password resets are not going
Eric,
out.
if you're making pies in my basement, you have to offer me one.
Oh well, let me change that. then.
Oh, that looks so good.
I
wanna
swear I'm
try.
gonna go out to Kroger right after this and get ice cream.
There.
Yeah,
You
I
have
haven't
a
had dinner
TV
yet. Thanks,
Our
Eric.
Midwest place to go. I gotta get to the Kroger.
Kroger it's an Ohio company, man. They're
Yeah.
everywhere
Meyer.
here.
It's a Michigan company.
There are more Krogers in Ohio than Walmarts. Just saying.
I just love it though. It's the only way to top that would be like, guys, I gotta run by the Schnooks real fast.
The Schnucks. Yeah.
The Schnooks.
No, you're not a real Ohioan unless you call it Kroger's. It's
Kroger's,
plural.
yeah.
It's plural
Myers in
Ohio.
Michigan, same thing.
Kroger's.
We don't call it Meyer. We call it Myers.
Myers. Yeah.
Hershey, that was it. Okay.
All right, let's go to Purring Dave. See what's on Dave's mind. It's the weirdest ASMR episode yet.
Okay. Starting every night at 8 p.m., we're going to feature Purring Hour. There you go.
Perfect.
To satisfy all your primordial purring needs.
But 8 p.m. What time zone though?
All of them.
All of them.
Just 24 hours continuous purring.
And I mean, on the 24th hour, it's Dave purring, not the cat. So you got to tune in for that.
Thick lo-fi purring to study to.
You'll get
Every
the most
45
views
minutes.
ever.
Yeah, Dave will get like 1 billion subscribers.
I'm trying to
And
come up
that's,
with
that's why I always do the Sunday streams out in the garage, because it would never work in here. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of cats,
yeah.
there she is again.
She's like,
Right
Mom,
there?
I'm
Yeah.
tired. We need to go to bed.
But she doesn't
So
sleep with
anyway,
me. She sleeps out here.
Ooh, don't step on my keyboard, Reba. Okay. So anyway, we're just gonna
Hey, just disappears.
we're just gonna keep doing every Sunday. Say April 9th will be the next live Sunday stream. So it'll be start 8 Pacific in the morning, run 8 hours all day, and we'll be doing that. We'll be working on a couple videos. There was one of them that I was working for Martian Times, but it's not gonna go under that label. It'll be something else. So
So
But
just
anyway, yeah.
It's got a more December kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I want you some production time.
just a question though for Joe, Javier, and we obviously know Ron's response. But how many of you are going to VCF East? Out of the two of you? No. Out of Joe and Javier. I know you're going, Steve.
I was
He's
just
like, "Come on, let me throw a rock. I can hit it."
Yeah,
I was
that's
just threatening Jeremy if he comes, and I'll give him the rusted pillow that he sent with all those boards that were in the field he found.
No, because I'm thinking if it's in 2 weeks' time, that would also be the next Retro Repair Roundup. And we already are going to be missing Ron. Because he'll be still buried under the printers. Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I am missing.
Just do the cardboard cutout; it'll be fine.
It's at night. He'll have a place at Steve's place. It's fine. He can
Yeah,
stream
actually,
from there.
Steve and I will be there, but we'll just be there if we're back from everything by then. We'll just sit. We'll Taylor and Amy it. So we'll just both sit there, clustered in by the webcam.
I just
And
have
Mike
to
will
say,
be there too.
I just have to say they're a little cuter than you two.
No, I got better
A
hair.
little cuter.
It depends on what you're going
A little
for.
cuter.
Depends on what you're going for. I mean, yeah, they may be, but I mean, how many busted Mac Pluses do they have? I mean, I'm currently winning, so.
That is correct.
And how many working computers do they have? They're winning.
Oh, I can't hear you, Trina. Your connection's breaking up. What a shame. Our cat stepped on the wrong cable.
Unless, yeah.
Sorry, Sorry, Trina. I had to commit to the joke.
That's okay. All good. I didn't even realize you kicked me out. I'm like, who just left? Oh, it was me. Oh,
It was me.
Cool beans.
So who's going to Kansas Fest?
3.
Oh, awesome.
you're going to be
I
around.
registered for Kansas Fest today.
You are going to be around people.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's weird. He's weird.
Well, if you consider Javier and I to be people.
Yeah, we're not real people. We're
I mean,
Loose description.
definition is pretty broad here.
I mean, if you're going to ask me, I prefer the term folks, but
Okay.
No. Yeah, it's about time I get back out into the real world and hang out with people. I chose Kansas Fest as my one thing this year that I'm actually going to do. The fact that K-Fest this year is going to be a split of both. Why is everybody waving at each other?
And everything
Oh,
is broken.
we're
Everything
waving
is
at
leaving.
Oh,
everything.
hi! Everything is broken
It's
garage.
off.
Sorry, I was staring at the screen and not the thing. So- brain. No.
Hey, Joe! Hi!
Hi! How are you? Squirrel!
Squirrel.
There's a bunny on my shirt.
No, but seriously.
Bunny.
Yeah.
K-Fest, because it's split virtual and in person, I think what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to opt for the virtual, and it's going to reduce the number of people at the in-person a little bit. And from what I heard from my wonderful friend Javier, the in-person last year was actually pretty good. Everybody, they followed the rules and stuff, and they tried to wear their masks and stay away from people if they were, in the whole 9 yards. So I'm making that my one thing this year. And also at Kansas Fest, it's wide enough, spread out enough that if you really want to stay away from people but still be present, you can do the thing.
Yep.
So,
But don't worry, I made sure to ask Joe and bite the bag this year. The bag is going to be extra moist. Really, just an amazing conductor of whatever cold sores and various active sores and lesions that person may have.
Joe's
this
just
requires
going to arrive.
explanation. Yeah.
Yeah, please. Please.
Who doesn't? Those who don't know what bike bag is, you take a brown paper bag and you put it on the floor, and you have to bend over like on one foot, on one leg, or something like that.
Yeah.
You have to bend over and grab it with your mouth, and then after you win, a part of it gets torn off, and the bag gets smaller.
Yeah.
And you keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until you're basically reverse limboing to grab something with your mouth off of the dirty Cocoran Hall floor. It's great.
That's had people's.
They
mouths
stopped that
in it.
tradition in 2018. I haven't played
Definitely,
that. So
yeah.
It was
Sounds
an
a little
old
suspicious.
party game, and there are videos of watching it, but it favors two people that weigh 98 pounds and women that weigh 98 pounds.
Short people.
Because it's all the winners are like really like
Slim.
very
Quinn
Spindly.
Dunke
slim and very
almost always
like,
wins the damn thing.
lanky kind of people do it, but
Yeah.
the further back your center of gravity is,
I'm
you know,
sorry, but you
like-
said this stopped in 2018, like
Mhm.
2018, not like 1918, like when
Yeah.
people should have realized this is a
2018.
stupid
Old.
idea.
it was an old tradition of the thing, and it predates germ theory. So they just finally they were like, we got this.
Well, when you think about it, what it really kind of is, it's like a variant of Bob for apples because it's apple too,
Yes.
but it's slightly more hygienic, maybe. Because in theory, every time you grabbed it with your mouth, a piece is torn off, and that nasty part, especially in my case, because I'm
Not
just like,
necessarily, because
I'm just a petri dish.
people can
But it
drool
gets-
and it continues on down the
I
paper.
don't know.
But
I'm
it's not a
just
liquid
saying that
receptacle
Trina,
for it.
You
You
can
better go to a doctor, Trina. Sounds like you got a drooling problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Like,
medication.
come on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
I-
like coming over my house, and I'm like, "You want this image writer? Here you go."
Actually,
Well-
I went over to Steve's house, and we were sitting down to eat, and he's like, "Hey, do you need a napkin?" I said, "Yeah, sure." And he was like, "Let me, I'll peel one, peel one off for you here."
Find one you like.
They're
Like-
napkins, not dollars.
like an old person counting money at the bank.
Yeah.
The joke's on Ron. They were all pre-used.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
Oh.
they were all recycled.
I'm not even touching that line. Not touching that line.
This is how you keep people away from my house.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like when you
my,
see the picture of people that
my
like
10
put a
foot
toilet
pole. I'm
seat-
not touching it.
Yeah,
They put
there
a
you go.
toilet seat in the dishwasher. You can't eat at everybody's house. Sorry.
I think on that whole note, we should really just end the stream. I'm just saying.
I think we missed out on Eric promoting what he was doing next, did we?
Oh,
Or
I
did we?
already talked about it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I can't brain
Annoyed
good just
trout.
like Joe.
Annoyed
Trout. Yes, that's
What?
right.
What?
Brain.
Trout.
What?
Yeah.
Trout.
Oh.
Trout, Joe. Trout.
Trout. Oh.
Annoyed trout.
Yeah.
It's like a pre-programmed trigger word for Joe. You say trout, and he like just gets up like.
Annoyed trout.
Oh, annoyed trout. Yeah.
Acid
Oh,
training.
and he just left.
He's 3 hours to Mexico already.
This is why you don't know. You keep walking away, Joe.
Well, it's better than rabid trout.
What's the
There you
secret
go.
word? Turd burglar.
Oh no.
Well, it's great to be here, Joe.
Hold
Thanks
on.
for inviting me.
Joe, I'm going to
Let's
need sound
go.
effects for
So-
the trout.
Yes. So anyway, thanks for everybody for stopping by. Let's do a quick round of everybody promote your thing and do your shameless plug. Justin, go.
All right, you can find me on YouTube at JDMCS. Also, I have a whole bunch of Apple II cards I am trying to sell to, I guess, make sure I can go to VCF East. So I posted them on the Macintosh Friends Discord. At some point, I will post them on eBay. Let me just say that
come
the
to
eBay
VCF and sell them.
well, actually, Steve, I would do that, but that won't work out.
Oh, it'll work out fine. Just put yourself in debt.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try to sell some beforehand, and then I guess what I don't sell, assuming I can't commit to going yet, even though I have tickets and a carpool ride and whatnot. But anyways, I've got some Apple II cards I'm trying to sell, and they're on the Macintosh Friends Discord right now, and I'll list them on eBay at some point, but the eBay price will be necessarily higher because eBay charges lots more fees than, a lot more fees.
Yep.
So, the prices are also on the Discord post.
You should also post in Tinker Different.
I'll post them on Tinker Different as well, but Tinker Different requires me to add a few more details than just, here's my list of cards, DM me on the Macintosh Friends Discord. So it'll be on Tinker Different at some point too, as soon as I can get some pictures and whatnot.
Cool. Awesome sauce. Hey, everybody. I'm Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. No, Joe Stroh-Snyder of Joe's Computer Museum on the YouTubes. I have a little website called jcm-1.com where you can get cool trinkets and things, like Blue Scuzzies or one of these cool LED brates and keyboard encoders for your Apple II and all that other cool stuff. You can support me and my operation by just going to my Patreon, Joe's Computer Museum. Drop $1 in there, and then that gives you access to cool things like I send you stickers in the mail and mugs if you're at a higher tier, or for as little as $1 a month, you get access to the Discord. And then when I do my own live streams, what is Javier doing? What are you doing? When I get my own live streams, I will frequently pop those in the Discord, and my patrons get to hang out with me on the live streams as guests in the live stream. So that's a really cool thing. If you want to follow my random musings, which are multiplicitous and weird, you can follow me on the Trash Garbage Fire website of Twitter at Museum Joe, or you can follow me down here on Mastodon at Museum Joe at oldbytes.space. And you guys are doing all this pointer stuff, and you're all amateurs because I got you all beat. I can point at anything. I can actually do true three-dimensional stuff with it.
You and Eric are both touching yourself with fingers. I don't know what's going on here.
Willie,
When I
We've
think
gone
of
from purring cats to poking with fingers.
Whoa.
I mean, Anyway, I do want to say, in addition, just like Justin, the haul of stuff that I picked up for Martian Times this year, the majority of that is for sale. I've reached out to a couple different people who I gave first dibs on it because they're just like super duper awesome people. But fairly soon I'll be dropping that list publicly in a lot of my usual haunts. So if you're looking
Sure,
for
Joe, give me an excuse to drive to your location.
hey, Steve, you're always welcome here, buddy. You know that. Just give me heads up and what your meal requirements are.
So
ahead of
you
time.
can arm the security system.
Yeah.
So
The
I
security
hear
system
that.
is I won't be home. So no.
I hear that Steve really likes rabbit soup. So
Ooh.
Oh, come on, low blow.
Wow, that's
Ouch.
Trina.
That was
That's
uncalled for.
That Mac Classic is being sent right back to you with a big poop on it.
in it.
The rabbit
It needs to be in it so that she doesn't know until a little later.
You don't know how many pounds of rabbit poo I have to throw out weekly. If God forbid some of it comes onto your Mac Classic, I cannot be held responsible.
it can't hurt it at this point. So
Oh yes, it can.
All right. Okay, kids. Okay, Javier, go.
Okay. I am Javier from Javier. Oh no, that's another one again. Follow me on Habmaster on YouTube's, Habmaster on the Twitters, Habmaster at Din Bang, and of course remember, ABT's the best gear in the world.
Dude,
And we
his
just got
t-shirts are awesome.
upgraded. Yeah, we got the new T-shirts for Kansas Fest 2023, and there's 2 versions, so you should go and check them out. Do it.
Wait, 2 versions?
Yep, the virtual and the on-site.
Oh, I got the on-site one.
So go get both. Why not?
Sure. It's just money.
Just money. What do you care about that? Anyway, follow me please, and I'll be around. Thank you.
Ron.
Hi, everyone. It's Joe from jcm-1-com.com.org.ru. And
Fart.
yes, exactly. It was the last. We waited too long. It was the last website available. Everybody, hi. It's Ron from Ron's Computer Videos. Thanks, everybody, for following me on this really cool Marchitosh journey that we did this month. Watching my shorts every day, keeping a track of all the different stuff that's been
Did
happening.
he say washing his shorts every day? I hope so.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're interested to see what I'm up to, if you go to ronscompvids.com, there's full information there. Thanks.
I love how you hurt yourself doing that, Eric. That was epic.
Yeah, I'm not as flexible as I used to be.
Welcome to the Martian Roundup. Half of it is just us making dumb faces at each other.
Eric, I'll send you my chiropractor's number.
Thank you.
I'm Steve. I have googly eyes on my microphone. You can find me on the YouTubes and the Twitters and the MySpace and the whatevers, the Mac 84s. And that's with the Z at the end for the extra 4. Next. I'm hungry. Go.
Okay. I'm Trina, and sorry for the bad joke, Steve. I'm Trina's Technobabble, and apparently everybody just has googly eyes. So, yeah, I don't. But follow me on YouTube at Trina's Technobabble or on Twitter at TechnobabbleT. I enjoy money, so if anybody wants to send me money,
Whoa, Trina!
Just send her money. Just send it.
Nothing in return.
Just go to computerswithpride.ca and go to the checkout page and put a large number in the checkout.
Just buy everything.
just buy everything. That works for me. I think Dave with his arrhythmia is next. I don't know.
Dave, you're gonna have to listen back to this after. It is just wow.
The sad part about it is that she's not real close to the mic. I mean, you can hear it clear across the room. She's just got a loud motor.
Gotta shift it into a different gear.
Almost off. Okay, I'm Dave, Dave's Van Apple Tech, You can find me every Sunday. We do 8-hour live streams. We do our not retro Roundup repairs, but all things repairs on our repair streams. It's mainly Apple stuff, but we welcome any kind of thing you're going to work on. We enjoy the people in the chat. I always appreciate all the live guests. I always thank them after we have the streams, and appreciate all their hard work and putting up with me and this one for 8 hours. So anyway, you can find me on MeWe. You can find me on Twitter, BitBang, Mastodon. You can find me. Well, you can find me those places. You can, and like Trina, if you want to become a Patreon member to my channel, there's many different ways, and there's other ways you can support the channel as well. You don't have to, but it's there for your liking if you like to do that. And I appreciate anything and everything that people generously do. And I've gotten a lot of wonderful donations from some of my fellow YouTubers. I greatly appreciate it. I give them good homes, and I got some stuff coming from Sean from Geek Social Skills. I'm going to give them some good homes, and hopefully this summer I'm going to drive all the way up where he lives and hang out with him and Adrian up there, just right across the pond from him. And if I can convince Garth to come with me, he'll go with me too. So there we go.
Very cool.
Yeah. Remember, though, if you go to Dave's stream and you bring a Singer sewing machine and try to work on that, we're going to kick your ass out. That's not allowed.
That's true.
I don't know. We've had people working on crotch waffles on his stream.
The results were delicious. I don't care what you say.
They were creamy and juicy. Anyway.
Lots of syrup.
The subject away from crotch waffles. But,
Eric, save us, please.
Oh, yeah.
There's no saving.
Are you sure? So you can find me on Eric's Edge at bitbang.social and Eric's Edge on Twitter. And you can also find me at Eric's Edge videos on YouTube. And you can find me on Dave's streams. I'm on there on Sunday a lot. If you happen to be in the southeastern Michigan area and would like to have lunch or something, let me know. We could always meet up. Yeah, that's about it.
And on behalf of Dave's cat, I would like to say thank you all for stopping by and watching the stream tonight. It was super fun. Thank you to all our wonderful guests who brought all their Marchintosh stories. Thank you to everybody who participated in Marchintosh this year. It is nothing without you. We can hashtag the stuff all we want, but unless you go out there and you do it and you hashtag it, it means nothing. So thank you all very much. Thank you to everybody who watched the stream tonight. Remember to lasso that like button and spur that subscribe button and do all that other weird random Western United States historical thing.
I don't know if you want to do all the historical Western things.
Yeah.
Quicker, faster.
Let's move on from that, and that's it. So thank you all very much for stopping by, and have a good evening. Bye.